angels, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm giving you the ultimate Christmas wish list gift guide. That is so hard to say. I've put these into categories for y'all, and yes, I'm reading off my computer. We have stocking stuffers, beauty and self-care, sleep and relaxation, home/cozy lifestyle, wellness, hobbies and personal growth, accessories plus fashion, and tech and gadgets. So sit down, get cozy, grab your favorite snack and your favorite drink, and let's just get into it. So we're starting with stocking stuffers, and I do apologize if I do repeat anything. The first thing on the stocking stuffer list are collagen masks. These are honestly pretty cheap on Amazon, and I feel like they're just the perfect way to get into self-care, and they make your skin super glowy. The next one are under eye mask. Again, can be super cheap on Amazon. Next is perfumes/body mist. Some examples could be the Sniff body mist, which is my personal favorite, maybe Victoria's Secret. Mix Bar is great if you love to combine perfumes, but there are so many different perfumes and body mists out there that you can ask for. Next is candles. I love a good candle, okay? And they're honestly one of the easiest things to ask for Christmas. There's Bath & Body Works candles, there's more expensive candles. Sniff has candles, which I have yet to try, but since it is my favorite perfume, I don't know why I wouldn't try the candles. Frenchie has great candles as well. Those are just a few examples. Chapsticks, lip balms such as Rhode, Summer Fridays, Naturium, Glow Recipe, Vaseline, Aquaphor, so many different options out there. One thing I don't see often on stocking stuffer ideas are phone cases. I feel like I used to get a phone case in my stocking every year, and I could just be lying about that, but phone cases are so easy to ask for Christmas. Again, so many different options out there. Also, if you haven't noticed, I am rapid firing these stocking stuffers because they're some of the more obvious things to ask for. Cozy socks, fuzzy socks are a great thing to ask for in your stocking. Jewelry, portable charger. Portable chargers are fantastic, especially if you're someone who travels a lot, or you go to a lot of concerts, or you're just out and about a lot away from the house and away from a charger. If you're comfortable asking for undies for Christmas, they're a great stocking stuffer. Victoria's Secret is always having a sale. Target's always having a sale on undies as well. Target is always having a 5 for $25 sale on their undies, and they have cute ones as well. Gum is a fantastic stocking stuffer. A new keychain is actually on my Christmas wish list this year. I love the Victoria's Secret keychains so much. They're bedazzled, they're beautiful, and the keychain I have now is just honestly too much. Like I put so much stuff on it that doesn't even really need to be there. So I really just want a new keychain, honestly. Body scrubs are a great stocking stuffer. Candy is an obvious one. I always get candy in my stocking. An electric toothbrush. People don't think about asking for a toothbrush for Christmas, but it would fit in your stocking so well. I love my electric toothbrush. I use the Luminex, I believe is what it is, electric toothbrush, and it's fantastic. You could also get the Sonicare, the Oral-B, so many different options out there. Vitamins, gift cards, and lastly, lip mask. I am loving the Babe Original lip mask right now. Such a great lip mask and so hydrating. But going along with gift cards, I love asking for Visa gift cards because you can use them anywhere, but you could ask for your favorite fast food restaurant or just your favorite restaurant in general, maybe somewhere you love to get drinks, maybe a grocery store gift card if you're in college. Again, so many places you could get a gift card. Okay, moving on to the next category, which is beauty and self-care, one of my favorite things to talk about. Also, if you're annoyed with me looking at my computer, I am very sorry, but I can't remember all of these off the top of my head, so I do have a guide to go off of. So a lot of things on this list I do already own, which is why I'm putting them on here, because I think they are great things to kind of start up self-care if that's what you're wanting to do, or maybe just enhance your self-care a little bit. First thing is my MEJ brush and my MEJ comb. I am obsessed with these. Honestly, they're pricey, but to me, they're the perfect way to just romanticize your hair care routine. I love my MEJ brush with everything in me. Even my boyfriend, when he first saw it, he was like, oh, that's a pretty brush. Thank you. I spent way too much money on it, but it is so freaking cute, and I adore my MEJ brush with everything in me. Next is the Naturium body wash. Y'all have heard me talk about this countless times, but I will recommend it again and again because it is my favorite body wash of all time. I use this as a base body wash, and then I go in with another body wash on top for scent because the Naturium body washes don't have scent to them, which I honestly think is good because some people don't like scented body washes, but I love the Naturium body wash because it helps exfoliate my body. And if you have those like bumps on your skin, this is the best way to get rid of them. Again, I said I was done talking about this, but I'm not. It is the Dove Intensive Repair Hair Mask. I cannot talk about this hair mask enough. It is the only hair mask I am recommending at the moment and will probably ever recommend until something better comes out, if something ever could beat it. But it has helped my hair so much, especially staying hydrated. If you are in need of deep hydration for your hair, I highly recommend the Dove Intensive Repair Hair Mask. Next is random, but it's grapeseed oil. I use grapeseed oil on my legs and my arms and just my entire body except my face after shaving. I put on my EOS lotion, which is also on this list, and then I put the grapeseed oil on top, and I promise you, you will never be more hydrated in your life. You will look like a glazed donut. Ugh, it's fantastic. And grapeseed oil also just has many benefits for your skin as well. Next is the Prequel Skin Solution and the Prequel Milk Moisturizer. If you've been watching me for a little bit, you know that I've been having issues with breakouts, but I recently got the Prequel Skin Solution Spray, and it's a hypochlorous spray, and it's been helping my acne so much. I honestly can't even express. But also the Prequel Milk Moisturizer. I heard so many people talking about it, and I was like, with these winter months coming along, I'm going to need something to hydrate my skin, and that has been absolutely amazing. So if you need a good moisturizer, I recommend that one. But if you do have dry, flaky skin, I would recommend that plus another moisturizer on top just for extra hydration. Next is the Babe Lash Lash Serum. I swear by the Babe Original Lash Serum. I get asked constantly how my eyelashes are so long, and that is my little secret, the Babe Lash Lash Serum. And I feel like I've talked about it before, but they have two different kinds. There's a blue bottle and a gold bottle. For me personally, the gold bottle did irritate my eyes just a little bit. They did end up getting used to it, but I do use the blue bottle now. However, the blue bottle does take longer to see results. So there's two choices, and it really just depends on which one you prefer. The gold one, you will see a difference in 2 weeks of using it. Your lashes will be so long. The blue one's gonna take a little bit longer, and you need to use it more often, so morning and night rather than just at night. But highly recommend a lash serum for your lashes. Next is the EOS lotion. I did talk about this a little bit with the grapeseed oil, but I love the EOS lotions so much, and I feel like they're just progressing more and more over the years. The one I'm using right now is the coconut waters, but I do love the fresh and cozy scent as well. If you are wanting to smell like a dessert, the EOS lotions are the way to go, and they hydrate the skin so well, especially with grapeseed oil on top. I can't recommend the EOS lotions enough. Next is a dry brush. I love my dry brush. I don't use it as often as I should, but it's a great way to exfoliate, and it's also great for lymphatic drainage. There is a proper way to use it, but you can find guides on Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, honestly anywhere, and it's a great way to level up your self-care routine. Next is an ice roller. I love my ice roller, especially the nights that I didn't sleep very well and I wake up with a really puffy face, and especially during the allergy seasons. My allergies have been so bad, and I've been waking up just feeling puffy and inflamed. So I love to go in with my ice roller just to really calm everything down, help me wake up a little bit, help me feel a little bit refreshed after not getting much sleep. Again, I think it's just a good way to level up your self-care routine. Next are my heatless curlers. Heatless curlers are honestly a blessing in disguise. They are a little bit hard to get used to, and you have to learn the right techniques, but once you do, they will be a lifesaver, especially if you're needing volume in your hair. I find that they give me so much volume, like volume that I can't even get with my hair dryer. But I also do recommend the velvet heatless rollers, because the silk ones, your hair slips off very easily, whereas the velvet ones, it sticks to your hair a little bit better and has a little bit of friction, so that way your hair doesn't just slip off of them. And it's not bad friction, it just holds onto your hair a lot better than silk ones do. Next is hair tools. I love my Shark Flex tool, I believe is what it is. You probably see it in my videos all the time. Anytime I am blow drying my hair or giving myself a blowout, it is with my Shark Flex tool. But you could also ask for the Dyson Airwrap or just a regular hair dryer. Maybe if you have curly hair, you could ask for a diffuser if you're wanting to wear your curly hair some more, or a hair straightener, maybe a round brush if you're wanting to learn how to give yourself a blowout with a round brush and a hair dryer. There are so many different hair tools that you could ask for, to be honest. Next are the Lemmy Gummies, and I have talked about these a few times, I feel like, in some of my favorites videos, but I love the Lemmy Gummies. I personally use the Lemmy Purr and the Lemmy Sleep. I don't use the Lemmy Sleep all the time, just on the nights that I know I need a little bit more help falling asleep. But the Lemmy Purr gummies I use every day, and those are just a vaginal probiotic, which I think that every woman should use just to keep everything healthy down there. But I just love my Lemmy Gummies so much. Next are the spa headbands, or just a headband to hold your hair back while you're washing your face or doing your skincare. There are so many different options out there. You could have simple, you could have really cute with patterns or a bow on top, or or maybe like a Christmas one with little antlers on top I've seen. Or if you're not into like the super puffy ones, you could just ask for those really cheap headbands on Amazon that just hold your hair back, and you could also wear out of the house. I love those headbands so much, and I do plan to bring those to Colorado with me to help cover my ears as well. But yeah, just headbands in general are a great thing to ask for. This one is kind of out there, but a mini skincare fridge. I did have one of these at one point and then it broke. It was really cheap, but if you could get a good one that works, OMG, I highly recommend it, especially to put like your collagen mask or your eye gels in there or your serums. Oh my gosh, it makes the biggest difference in the way your skincare feels. It's obviously not gonna make a difference in how anything works, but it's just the luxury of it, honestly. It really vamps up your skincare routine. And lastly on this list is a stylish or just a really cute makeup bag, or like a travel makeup bag, if you will. I personally have all of my makeup in my vanity, but when I do travel, I love the Bag Smart travel bag, and it won't just fit your makeup, it fits everything. I can fit all of my hair care, my skincare, my shower stuff, and my makeup all in that one bag. And it is fantastic because then I don't have to take 3 different bags for 3 separate things while I'm traveling. That's just too much, you know? You want to be able to pack everything into one bag, and it's pretty small, but it fits so much stuff. So highly recommend. But if you're just looking for a really cute makeup bag, Amazon has some great ones. There are just so many different options out there. If you just search like stylish makeup bag, you'll find some great ones. Next, we're moving on to hobbies. I wanted to include this because a lot of you follow me for my hobby videos. If you're wanting to start up some new hobbies in 2026, these are some things that you can ask for to kind of get those hobbies going. Firstly is a journal. And this one is very simple. If you're wanting to journal, ask for a journal for Christmas. I think journaling is just a great way to get your thoughts on paper, especially if you don't go to a therapist or you just don't want to talk to somebody about something or don't really feel the need to talk to someone about something. Or you could just like journal 2 prompts about your day, what you're grateful for. I need to get into journaling. I say this every year and it just slips my mind, but I would love to get into journaling in 2026. Next is a scrapbook. And if you're wanting to scrapbook, there's a few different ways you could go about scrapbooking. I personally love just buying a little journal to scrapbook in, so that way I don't have to fill so much space. But if you're wanting a bigger scrapbook, I would obviously recommend a bigger book. Duh, Emily. But to go along with your scrapbook, you're gonna need some scrapbooking supplies such as stickers, a tape roller, a scrapbook paper, scissors, pens, markers, washi tape. I also recommend a photo printer. My photo printer was such a lifesaver when I was scrapbooking constantly, and I do plan to scrapbook in 2026. I just could not keep up with it this year, but I do plan to do it in 2026. Any photo printer is gonna be a lifesaver, honestly, especially if you don't have a printer at home and you don't want to get photos printed at like Walmart, CVS, or Walgreens just to save some money. I would ask for a photo printer. There are so many options on Amazon. That's where I got mine. There's cheap options, there's more pricier options. It really just depends on what you're wanting and how well you want the pictures to come out. I will be honest, my HP Sprocket does not have the best photos, but I mean, it works. So that's all I can really ask for. I personally love the Bobby Goods coloring books, but they can be a little pricey. So you can get very similar ones on Amazon. And to go with that, you're gonna want some markers, obviously some alcohol markers. Depending on how much money your parents or whoever is buying these gifts for you is wanting to spend, there are many different options for alcohol markers. The Oahu, I think is how you say it. I could be saying that so wrong, but those markers are on the pricier side, but they are the better option. However, there are so many different alcohol markers out there that will work perfectly fine for coloring. But again, you can ask for crayons, colored pencils, and just regular markers as well. Next, I highly recommend asking for word search books and Sudoku books. I love my word search book and my Sudoku book so much. I love just turning something on the TV and just doing the word search or doing my Sudoku. It really gets my brain going. I love hobbies that help activate my brain, especially spending so much time on devices because I do create content full time. So I'm always looking at my computer, always looking at my phone. I need something to get my brain going. Like sometimes I swear I have early dementia, which is like not something to joke about, but if I'm wanting to avoid that, I need to get my brain going and thinking and give it some challenges. So I highly recommend word search books, Sudoku books. What are some other books out there? Crossword puzzles. Ooh, that's actually a good one. Maybe I'll put that on my Christmas list. It's a little nerdy, but it is okay to be nerdy, okay? And I stand by that. Next, if you're wanting to get a little more active or get into an active hobby, you can ask for running shoes, gym equipment if you're wanting to work out at home, like a yoga mat, a workout mat, which there is a difference. A workout mat is a bit thicker than a yoga mat, but Lululemon has great yoga mats, Amazon has great yoga mats, Bloglottis has great yoga mats. You can ask for new gym clothes, like the cute workout sets, Vitality, Lululemon, Gymshark, Athleta. So many different brands of athletic clothing that you could ask for. Or you could ask for one of those like bars that protect your bones whenever you're lifting weights. Highly recommend one of those, especially as a smaller girl. Whenever I would put the weight on like my hip bone to do hip thrust, I would always end up with bruises or just in pain from how heavy it was. So although I don't go to the gym anymore, if you are wanting to go to the gym and lift weights and just get into lifting in general, I do recommend those. Do not let people tell you that you're a wimp for using that. You do need to protect your bones from heavy weight. Next, if you're wanting to get into some content creation, you could ask for a camera, lighting equipment, tripods, microphones, maybe even a computer if you are tired of editing on your phone. But again, there are so many different things within the content creation world that you could ask for Christmas. So many things that could help you. I have so many different lighting situations, so many different tripods. Microphones are a great thing to have, or if you're wanting to start a podcast. Podcast microphones are obviously different than like handheld microphones, like the little ones. Moving on, you could ask for Legos or puzzles. Again, these just get your brain working, especially a puzzle. Legos, I would say a little bit less because they're telling you where the pieces go, but puzzles will get your brain going, get your brain thinking, get you off of a screen, because for me personally, I love hobbies to get myself off of my screens. So puzzles, Legos, fantastic. To go along with that, those little book nooks, you guys, I have one on my bookshelf, and while they're terrible to put together, I will be honest, they take forever, they're complicated, they have little tiny pieces that may frustrate you. They're so worth it in the end because they're so cute, and some of them have little lights in them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, and I would honestly ask for more at any given moment. If you're wanting to get into gardening, you can ask for some seed kits or just gardening tools. You can ask for yarn for crocheting, an embroidery kit to learn how to embroider. You can ask for air dry clay. I love air dry clay, and I do want to get into this a little bit more because it always pops up on my TikTok and my Instagram reels of people just making the cutest little things with air dry clay, and it feels like a great way to pass time. You can ask for a candle making kit, a calligraphy book, and lastly, paint brushes, canvases, maybe an easel if you really want to get into it. So many different things you can ask for to start hobbying in 2026. Moving on, we are moving on to sleep and relaxation. First thing on the sleep and relaxation list is a silk pillowcase. I love my silk pillowcase, and I highly recommend the brand Blissy. They are 100% pure silk, and you will never feel anything like it, I promise you. However, they are on the pricey side. So if you don't want to ask for something pricey, which I totally understand, I always feel bad asking for pricey things, you can go onto Amazon. There are cheaper options there for silk pillowcases, but to go along with silk pillowcases is the silk sleep mask and also a silk bonnet. My sleep mask is also by Blissy, again, a little bit pricey, but there are cheaper options on Amazon and other places as well. I highly recommend a bonnet to anyone. My bonnet is just from Amazon. It was like $12, I think, but it helps protect your hair at night, so that way you are not risking breakage or just damaging your hair in your sleep, which the silk pillowcase does help with that. But for extra protection, I like to wear my bonnet at night, and it also traps the moisture as well in your hair. It helps it not become so dry. Next is a weighted blanket. OMG. In the winter months, I love my weighted blanket so much. It's currently under my bed and I need to get it out, but if you have trouble sleeping, I would recommend a weighted blanket. I believe mine is from Amazon. Mine was gifted to me, but I do believe it's from Amazon. And again, there are so many different options out there. I want the Comfort weighted blanket. I just love Comfort in general, the brand Comfort, but they have blankets, and I don't think they have like the beads to make it weighted, but the material of the blankets is a bit heavier than regular blanket material, and they look amazing. Again, they're a little bit pricey, but I want one so bad. Next is a robe. I honestly own way too many of them. I own like 3, and to me that is just enough. But mine's from Amazon. Again, so many different options of robes out there. I just love waking up in the morning and throwing on my robe. There's nothing better. And my house shoes, and I'm pretty sure house shoes is on this list. House shoes is literally next, or cozy slippers, whatever you want to call them. Again, mine are from Amazon, super cheap. But American Eagle has really cute slippers, especially during Christmas time, and they do have fall ones as well. I don't know if they come out with like new ones for spring and summer, but they have great house shoes. Next is a heating pad. Y'all, heating pads are not just for your periods, okay, or sore muscles. Heating pads are a lifestyle. I use my heating pad all day, every day, constantly, and I know some may say it's bad for your skin. I don't care. My heating pad is a luxury to me. Next is an essential oil diffuser. There are so many different cute ones out there that I want. I think Anthropologie has some, which are honestly probably very pricey, but again, Amazon is a great place to go for that. You can find essential oil diffusers everywhere. You could go to Walmart right now and find one for an affordable price. Next is a salt lamp. I got my salt lamp at Five Below a few years ago, I believe, but I keep it on all the time. I just think it's a great way to add kind of like an aesthetic look to your room. You don't even need the huge ones. Mine is like this big, and I love her so much. She's so cute. Next are fuzzy throw blankets. I have 2 on my bed at all times. They're not like super fuzzy, but throw blankets. Blankets are the gift of the season every single year. People constantly gift blankets, and you can't even complain really, because you always need a blanket. You know, you always want to be cozy. So highly recommend asking for blankets. And lastly in this category is a candle warmer. You can see mine over here in the corner. And honestly, I don't use mine for candles, if that makes sense. I use it for lighting, which I should be using it for candles, but I keep it on constantly. From the moment I wake up to the second I go to bed, it is on. So when I do have a candle under there, it goes very fast, very quickly, because it is just going all day. You could turn it on a lower setting now that I think about it. I always have mine all the way up, so maybe put it on a lower setting and it would last longer, but I highly recommend a candle warmer. I love mine so much. Next category is home and a cozy lifestyle, which kind of literally goes with the last category we just did, but it's more of like home things, if that makes sense. First one is room decor. I love asking for room decor just because sometimes that is not something I want to buy for myself. It's kind of like buying clothes for yourself. You just don't want to do it unless you're super into fashion and that's all you love spending your money on. But personally for me, I have a hard time buying myself like room decor, clothing, stuff like that. But you could ask for picture frames, prints to go in the picture frames, a mirror, plants. I talked about it in my Christmas decor video, but the fake candles that I have all around my room, absolutely love them. I got them off of Amazon. They're on every single night. They create the most perfect ambient lighting in your room. If you want to romanticize your life, get some fake candles. Next is a record player plus vinyls. You can't see currently, you can see just a tiny bit, but I collect vinyls and I just love vinyls. I don't even own a record player. The one that I use is my parents' record player, so I don't have it in my room, but oh my gosh, why am I not asking for a record player? That's crazy. I need to put a record player on my Christmas list. But Amazon has really cute record players, but if you're looking for something a little more unique, I would look somewhere else other than Amazon, because Amazon just kind of has like the typical really trendy record players. But oh my gosh, I love a good vinyl. Next is a projector. I would love a projector. However, I do have a TV in my room and it is just kind of pointless to me to own a projector. But if you are somebody who loves gaming, I think a projector would be so fun to like game on, or obviously just watch movies and shows. And if you have a blank wall in your room, which I do currently, but I am about to put up my vision board right there, obviously you're gonna need a blank wall, so a projector is perfect. The next thing is a sunrise alarm clock. I used to have one of these and I never used it. However, I do think they're really cool. I just always use the alarm on my phone, but I do want to stop sleeping with my phone. It is such a terrible, terrible habit, but I just recommend an alarm clock in general because they're just cooler than using the alarm on your phone. Let's be honest. That's really the only reason why I would say you need it. Or if you're someone that just doesn't sleep with their phone near them at all times, an alarm clock is great. Next are water bottles. I love the LO water bottles. They constantly pop up on my Instagram, or they did. I started following them now, so I see them a lot more. But I have an LO water bottle and it has cherries on it. So super duper cute. However, it is too small, so I do recommend getting at least the 30 ounce, but there is one specifically that I want so bad. But you could also ask for Owala's, Stanley's, Hydro Flask, obviously the typical ones. But I think a water bottle is just something so generic to ask for, but there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs a good, cute water bottle. Next is a coffee machine, especially if you are going to college or you plan to move out of your parents' house soon. I think a coffee machine is something great to ask for. You can ask for an espresso machine, Keurig, etc. So many options. Next is a nugget ice maker. This is on my Christmas list and I won't be getting it, but I've wanted a nugget ice maker for years and it's so random to ask for, but I just love the small ice. It elevates any drink. I'm such an ice girl. I always get extra ice with any drink that I ever get. Like if I go to Sonic, I get extra ice. If I go to HTO, I get extra ice. And my boyfriend's always like, what is the point? Like it's gonna water down your drink. And I'm like, no, it's gonna keep my drink colder longer. Okay. I just love nugget ice. It is my favorite thing ever. Next, you could ask for really cute mugs. If you are a coffee or tea drinker, mugs are always so fun to ask for because there's so many different options out there for someone to choose from for a mug for you. And I also feel like mugs are a great way to show your personality because like everyone has a different mug style, if that makes sense. You could ask for a matcha set if you want to get into drinking matcha and making matcha at home. Maybe you order matcha at Starbucks or other coffee places and you want to try to make it yourself. It's honestly really easy and there's really cute matcha sets absolutely everywhere. Next is a desk organizer. I personally don't have a desk yet. However, I am working on it. I'm working on turning the office in our house into an actual office. Right now, it's kind of just like a workout room slash sew room slash I don't even know, but I'm trying to convince my mom to let me turn it into an office. So a desk organizer is very, very much needed, especially if you have like drawers. You could get like the organizers for inside the drawers. You know, there are so many different things that you can put on a desk. For example, you can get a little tiny lamp to put on your desk or just a lamp in general for your room. If there's like a specific aesthetic lamp that you're wanting for your room, I love those little mushroom lamps. They're so tiny. My boyfriend actually has one and I want the pink one. It has like little swirls on it and it's glass, I believe, but I've wanted one for quite a while now. Although I literally have a lamp on my nightstand that works perfectly fine. I don't need to overconsume. I just think they're really cute. Next is a shower speaker. This could also go in stocking stuffers, but I always listen to music in the shower. There is no exception. Like if I am in the shower not listening to music, there's probably something wrong or I'm overstimulated. 99.5% of the time I am listening to music in the shower and shower speakers are the best thing ever. Again, you can get them anywhere. Highly recommend, so that way you don't have to bring your phone into the shower because that's usually what I end up doing. And lastly is a rug. You could have a fuzzy area rug. You could make the rug yourself if you want to with like those rug making kits. I see them everywhere. Or just a regular rug for your room. I personally have carpet in my room and I've deciphered like getting a rug, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I have carpet. I don't really need a rug, but if I did have tile or wood floors, I would definitely consider getting a rug in my room. Next category is wellness and personal growth, starting with a red light therapy device. Now this could be a red light mask or this could just be a red light lamp. I did get a red light lamp for Amazon Prime Day, I believe is what it was, and I love it. I don't use it as much as I should. However, there are so many different benefits to red light therapy, and again, if you're wanting to amp up your self-care, a red light device is the best way to do that. Next is an everyday like carry tote bag, especially if you're in college or if you go places to study quite often. I love a good tote bag. My boyfriend got me the Gap tote bag that I really wanted for my birthday and I love it so freaking much. Right now, I'm currently using it as like my packing bag when I go stay at his house, but when I do go to like study at the library or the coffee shop, I do plan to use it for my computer, my headphones, etc., notebooks, whatever else I need. Tote bags are very versatile. Next is the comfort hoodies or just like the comfort sets. I just bought myself one of these because they are doing a 70% off Black Friday sale right now on comfort, and I got the silver birch camo, I believe it is, and I am so excited about it. I think it is the cutest camo pattern I've ever seen in my life. But if you are not aware, comfort hoodies are made out of a material that's a lot thicker and a little bit heavier than regular hoodie material. material. They are so comfortable. My comfort hoodies are some of my favorites. I have 2 comfort hoodies and I love them so dearly. I have yet to try their sweatpants, but they're currently on the way and I'm so excited. Next on the list is a Kindle. I actually have a Kindle. I got a Kindle last year for my birthday and recently I have been loving it so freaking much. I believe my Kindle was in my October favorites video. I know there's some people out there that are like, oh my gosh, physical books are way better than Kindles, but I love to read at night and I love to read laying down and I just can't do that with a physical book. So I love having my Kindle so much, especially Kindle Unlimited, because you can read books for free basically. Absolutely love my Kindle and they're a great thing to ask for Christmas, your birthday, whatever it is. Since this video is about a Christmas list, I recommend asking for it for Christmas. Next is self-help or wellness books. I actually just started reading a self-help book myself and I do believe that self-help books are very important, especially if you're going through a certain time in life. Like they're very, very helpful given its name, self-help book. But again, you could read these on your Kindle or you could just ask for the physical book. I mean, they're on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, probably half-price books as well. Self-help books are always great in my opinion. And lastly, this one should have been in the hobbies category and I don't know why it's not, but baking tools. If you are wanting to get into baking, again, this should have been in the hobbies list. Ask for some baking tools. Ask for like a new stand mixer. My stand mixer I got at Walmart and I believe it was like $70, which is very cheap compared to some other brands. But you could ask for a stand mixer, a spatula, maybe an apron, some cookie cutters. Wait, that is so cute. Someone could make the cutest gift basket out of that. Love that idea. The next category is accessories and fashion, starting with purses. Okay, this category is honestly very small, but starting with purses, I'm just gonna rapid fire this. You have the Coach Tabby purse, any Kate Spade purse. I honestly love Kate Spade purses. They're so cute. I currently have a Guess purse, so I recommend asking for a Guess purse as well. Tory Burch, you could ask for a Lululemon belt bag. I have 2 Lululemon belt bags and I mainly use them if I'm like going to the zoo or if I'm just gonna do a lot of walking around. You can ask for the Aritzia mini bag, the Bays tote, especially if you travel a lot. Bays suitcases I've heard are amazing. I personally don't have one myself, but I've heard they're great. The Urban Outfitters slouch bags. I actually just saw a girl talking about this the other day and I think they're so cute. And lastly, ball caps or just hats in general. I own 2 ball caps, I believe, and I don't wear them ever, but when I do, I'm always like, wow, I wish I had more of these to wear. Especially if you're more of like the athletic wear type of person, like leggings, sweatshirt, or just leggings and a t-shirt or leggings and a tank top. A ball cap is a perfect way to accelerate your fashion a little bit. Some other accessories include, and these could also be stocking stuffers, gold earrings, claw clips, scarves or beanies, gloves, bracelets, necklaces, which goes with jewelry, and sunglasses. Easy things to ask for Christmas. And the last category is tech/gadgets. First one is an AirTag. I personally don't own any AirTags, but my boyfriend does. He has quite a few and they keep track of lots of things for him. So highly recommend those. You could ask for a keyboard, wireless headphones. I actually am getting AirPods for Christmas and I'm so excited because I have a very long road trip coming up the day after Christmas and I'm gonna need some headphones. You could ask for a Bluetooth speaker, one of those like digital photo things, which I honestly think is great for more like parents who have kids out of the house now or grandparents. But honestly, I wouldn't even mind having those. You can ask for an iPad or an Apple Pencil. I love my Apple Pencil. I got my iPad when I was in esthetician school and I used it to take notes, and some people still love taking notes on their iPads. So an iPad and an Apple Pencil would be a great thing to ask for. And lastly, blue light glasses. That is my finished Christmas wish list ideas. That was a lot. I'm honestly sweating so much and I'm lightheaded because I'm hungry and this light is right in my face. I have many lights in my face and I think I'm losing my mind. But hopefully this was somewhat helpful for you. It definitely was helpful for me and helped open my eyes to some things I could ask for Christmas. But that is the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow all of my social media platforms as well. They will be in the description below. And I am participating in Vlogmas this year. I have many ideas for Vlogmas and everything is all planned out and I'm very, very excited. I won't be uploading every day, but I will be trying my absolute hardest to upload at least twice a week. I have video ideas going until the end of December and I could not be more excited. So if you want to watch some of those videos and you're excited for Vlogmas, be sure to subscribe so that way you can stick around and we can hang out a lot more. But anyways, I am gonna end this video here. If you did enjoy it, please consider liking and subscribing because I love hanging out with you and I'm gonna love ya and leave ya and I'll see you next time. Bye.